Afternoon. Sort of what I'll do these videos without smoking, but yeah, it's been a long day and shit happens. Now the video today I'm going to do is about opportunity. I was asked to do this one today. I don't know if it's just because someone wants to hear me talking or what, but any excuse for me to talk is fine. What I will say is that a lot of us don't take advantage of the opportunities we're given. How often is it that we are presented with a new opportunity? Someone calls you and said, "Hey, do you want to come out tonight? Do you want to come do this job? Do you want to come and go to this concert? Do you want to go and do this?" How often is it we start thinking, "Yeah, but I want to interfere with what I want to do later. What if it's not what I want? What if it's not going to be? What if I'm not going to be happy?" We start second guessing that. How often is it that you've been in a bar and you've seen a beautiful woman, or guy for some of those, not for me, but for those who are interested in guys, how often you've seen someone across the bar and you've had that, "Hey, how you going?" Kind of smile, and you keep finding each other, looking at each other, and then you start second guessing it. Start second guessing, maybe they're going to find out about my flaws. Maybe they're not going to be attractive. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe they're not good enough. Instead of seizing that opportunity and taking advantage, we don't. I speak to a lot of people. I've spent a huge amount of time in the last probably 6 months talking to a lot of people, helping them. Those who can do, those who can't teach, I think. And I've been working on myself while I'm doing that. One of the things I've also found, and it's kind of funny, and it sounds arrogant when I say it, but it's true, is that I've been getting a whole lot of people, a whole lot of women, kind of excited, and they're going back to bed to their boyfriends, and their boyfriends are getting the benefit. I think I posted on that one before. That is what it is, I'm not too worried. But what I do find is that it becomes opportunities in a mist. Not so much in regards to opportunities with them, but opportunities for me to learn. It's really easy to stay as you are. It's really, really difficult to actually make a change and to do something else. I'm just as guilty as anyone else. I made many excuses for some of the reasons I was. I pointed fingers at the people and said, look, you did this and you did this to me. But it was an opportunity for me to grow, an opportunity for me to learn, and find what I wanted, as opposed to what a lot of us do, and that's try and make everyone else happy and then kind of sacrifice our own happiness. I'm not endorsing smoking, by the way. But it is what it happens. I'm just as guilty as anyone else. In fact, I'm probably worse. I've spent a shitload of my time actually trying to be what everyone else wanted me to be. Trying to make everyone else happy. I think one of the things you need to learn is what your love language is. Some people believe in it, some people don't. I think as a general consensus, guys would consider that women are their love language as gifts, and that you have to consistently buy them stuff. Perhaps that's brought on by kind of a culture that we've kind of grown up in, where women expected to be looked after, and men to a certain extent, I'll get this right, men to a certain extent didn't value women highly enough and find their opinions highly enough that they could view them as anything other than an accessory, or the woman who was going to stay home and look after the kids. With society being as they are, as we are, I should say, that's not the case anymore. Women look after us. Women do pretty much the same thing that all guys do, sometimes more, in fact. How you don't often hear of women, not all the time, but you don't often hear of women who have abandoned their kids and just buggered off, and the father's the one looking after the kids. It does happen, but it's more often than not the woman's looking after the kids and the father's buggered off because dad just doesn't want to. Perhaps it's an indicator that they wanted just the woman, and they can't deal with that, with the loss. Perhaps it's a lot of other things. But we've grown up in a culture where we believe that if you keep buying women stuff, they will be happy. To the point where we start getting upset because there aren't really any gifts that are freely given. If you give something, you always, to a certain extent, expect something in return. Try and change that culture. That's something that I've been trying to do for a while, but I'm just as guilty. I constantly buy stuff for people all the time. I constantly go out of my way to do stuff. at the sacrifice of my own happiness more often than not. And what I've been learning and what I'm trying to teach people is that you need to seize the opportunity to be happy for yourself, and that you need to take those small chances. I've turned down many opportunities over the last few years because of I didn't want to change. I didn't want to interrupt the good things I was already doing, and instead of adding stuff to my my repertoire and things that I was doing, and complimenting my wife already and making it better, I actually didn't do it. And have regretted many of those decisions. So I would suggest that you take the opportunity to be happy and seize opportunities. Perhaps you'll run into someone in the supermarket, perhaps you'll run into someone that will in some way change your life, give you advice. Maybe you'll take it on board, maybe you won't, but take the opportunity. I speak to quite a few people at the moment. I have my videos, my poems and stuff get shared, which is great. I do that. A lot of people still don't believe that I write. That's probably because most people didn't know I did. I didn't write for a long time because I was hidden inside my own shell. I can't write all the time. I write when I'm inspired, or I write when I'm feeling compelled to. It's kind of like lyrics to a certain extent. The image that comes into my head is kind of like being in a boat and hearing the waves lapping on the side, up and down, and that's how the lyrics come to my head. And my intention to share is simply to break the monotony where you spend a lot of time complaining about stuff that we don't have, and don't embrace what we do have. I lost Erin and Caleb. Granted, I didn't value Erin enough while I was with her, and that's my own fault. I don't blame anyone for that. She's responsible for her own actions, but I'm responsible for that. And instead of seizing the opportunity to change stuff and complain, as I used to do, my job now is to move on and find acceptance and be better than I was. I am not perfect under any circumstances, and I don't for a second believe that you are either. But what I do think is that as long as you get up today and you are better than you were yesterday, and tomorrow you intend to be better, that's all you can really do. Take the opportunity to be better. Take the opportunity to change, grow, and don't waste a second, because wasting a second means that you are no longer living in the present. You are living in the past, and you can't change that past. And if you don't seize the opportunity now, you may never get the opportunity again. Good luck, guys. Bye.